First responders searched for more possible victims on Saturday after powerful tornadoes tore through Arkansas, where at least 5 people were killed and dozens of others were injured in the storms. Officials said the tornadoes flipped over vehicles and brought down power lines in Little Rock and large areas east of the state capital. One eyewitness captured the moment a tornado swept over his vehicle in Little Rock.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
A blast of extreme weather swept through much of the U.S. on Friday, with thunderstorms and tornadoes menacing the nation's midsection from Texas to the Great Lakes.
This is the Whiteland, coming up on Whiteland exit.
In Indiana, authorities said 3 people were killed and a state of emergency was declared for the affected areas. Eyewitness footage showed overturned trucks and debris scattered across a road following a violent storm.
That was a warehouse, I think. This whole area is a wasteland.
In Belvidere, Illinois, 1 person was killed and 28 were injured when extreme weather tore the roof off a theater during a heavy metal concert. The extreme weather comes 1 week after a deadly tornado devastated the Mississippi town of Rolling Fork, destroying many of the community's 400 homes and killing 26 people.
Hurdles for prosecutors. The historic move was taken on Thursday, charging the former US president in a case involving a 2016 hush money payment to porn star Stormy Daniels. Trump and his supporters have already alleged that the charges are politically motivated.
There may also be an allegation of that kind in court.
Stanford law professor David Alan Sklansky said it is unconstitutional for a prosecutor to file charges based on the political party of the defendant. But he added that the defense would need to prove that prosecutors have chosen to not file charges against similarly situated defendants.
Which will be a difficult burden for Trump to satisfy in this case.
However, the historic nature of the decision by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg means prosecutors are now navigating uncharted waters. That gives Trump's legal team the opportunity to challenge key elements of the case. One area of legal uncertainty has to do with whether the Manhattan DA can charge Trump with a felony for falsifying records with the alleged intent of covering up a federal campaign finance violation.
We haven't seen a case where a federal campaign financing offense has been used as the basis for that sort of a charge. And it's possible that for some reason or another, a court would decide that that's not within the proper use of the New York criminal statute.
The payment of $130,000 in so-called hush money by Trump's then lawyer Michael Cohen to Daniels had been under investigation for several years prior to Thursday's indictment.
They're going to bring challenges very quickly.
Sarah Krisoff, a partner at Day Pitney law firm, says that gives Trump's defense an opening, as key witnesses have given their stories many times before.
Trump's team is going to be able to do a lot of damage with that because there is likely inconsistencies in those statements along the way.
On Friday, a New York judge authorized Bragg to make the charges public, though it was not clear when he would do so. Trump's expected appearance before a judge in Manhattan on Tuesday comes as the Republican mounts a comeback bid for the presidency and could further inflame divisions across the country.
We're here to say that we won't agree to any compromise on our democracy, our rights,
crowd of frightened people fled a food distribution site in Peshawar, Pakistan on Saturday as gunshots rang out behind them. One of several such incidents in recent weeks amid what officials said was the country's highest inflation ever recorded. Police said officers resorted to using tear gas and firing their weapons in the air to disperse the crowd, which the country's food minister said had gotten difficult for the government to control. At least 16 people, including 5 women and 3 children, have been killed in stampedes at flour distribution centers across the country. The distribution sites have been set up to help ease the impact of soaring inflation, which has jumped to a record 35%. Mohammed Shoaib, a retired factory worker who had come to get free flour in Lahore, says he cannot afford a bag of flour, which has gone up to 1,160 rupees. He says his pension is 8,500 rupees and he has no other means of income. The stampedes underscore people's desperation in the face of soaring costs, made worse by Pakistan's falling currency and a removal of subsidies agreed with the International Monetary Fund to unlock the latest tranche of its financial support packages. A monthly economic outlook report issued by the Finance Ministry on Friday projected inflation would remain elevated.